I wouldn't take that real one. You
Do you
live?
want me on the edge?
Oh,
Yeah, because it takes a few minutes to get. Yeah, turn that music off. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I didn't even know you had. I'm still in my
Because,
Bobby.
you know, it takes a few minutes to.
I'm still in my Bobby Brown mode. What the heck?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to mute it.
Yeah, we're probably gonna mute the first part, but
Well, it's just a few minutes and it's loading anyway, so that's fine if they do.
so come on into the room.
Okay. Why is it on safe mode though? What does that mean? Anybody know what's on?
Because it takes a few minutes for.
Okay, y'all. Hey, welcome.
Hello,
Hey,
hello.
everybody.
Hey, y'all. This is our last Thursday.
Your podcast
Yep.
is moving.
We moving on up
Moving on up to
to the side. We finally got a piece. You in my background? Oh, I cannot stand it.
She sung the wrong words.
That's the words, right?
No,
moving on up to the east
Yeah.
side.
We finally got
no,
a
that's the
piece.
end. That's the end. It's moving on up to the east side to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
We will. Okay. But anyway, we
So
moving to Tuesdays at
7 o'clock.
p.m. Yeah.
so y'all, this is our last Thursday.
Aww.
I know.
I hope you
Right.
guys are still able to tune in.
They
That
will
doesn't
be.
stop you. I'm just saying, we
They
don't
better.
know. People be like, oh, I wish I could do, but I have Zumba on Tuesdays.
No, y'all better skip. Put it in the ear because it'll be on podcast now.
Tuesdays, yep.
At 7 o'clock. So
Tuesdays.
y'all make sure y'all tune in. So
That'll be our new time. So tonight's topic
tonight.
Nope, go ahead.
is about the size matter.
The size.
Does size matter? I mean, for all the minds slip into the gutter, we'll let the
You
gutter
know
come
it
in.
They
We'll let the gutter come in on the second half of the
Right.
show. And on the first half of the show, we're going to keep it clean
Yeah,
right.
and we're going to make the size matter pertain to everything. Okay,
Right.
so we all have a few examples of size.
Wait a
and-
minute. How many of y'all got inboxes about this?
Oh yeah. So as soon as I did mine this morning on Snapchat, you got some people that were saying, I'll put it this way, the men were saying, does it matter? And the women were saying, girl, you know it do.
Right.
I actually talked to somebody.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I actually talked to somebody and they were like, so what is your opinion on, does it matter? Of course it was a guy. And of course then I get an inbox, a couple of them, I got a wave. And I got tired. And I ignored it. And then I ended up getting, so can you answer a question in here? I don't know, I'm going to be able to watch your podcast. And I said, no, you have to watch the podcast.
Exactly.
Find
See
out.
what we think and what about.
So, yeah.
So you
here we
little,
are.
what'd you call them earlier?
I said perverts earlier, but
No, you call them pervs. You little
Yeah,
pervs.
the reverb.
Wait till the second part, and then we might talk about.
we might get a little pervy ourselves.
Yeah,
Big
talk
mics.
about size.
I'm not.
You know.
Yes, you are.
All right, so who going first? So we all came up with our own
Yes.
Situations,
Yeah, to see
on-
what the size.
Well, I'll start it off.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I was wondering, this is to you ladies and to you guys, I'm a woman, so I'm gonna use it in my perspective. Does it matter, the size matter when it comes to a man's bank account?
Oh.
Ooh.
I'll say what I think first.
I got a blank stare. Like,
Does it matter when it comes to his bank account? Now, I'm like this. Of course, money helps, but you don't need to be super rich, but you can't be broke and living check to check for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta have a cushion. Because that makes a woman feel secure when there's a cushion. When you live in check to check and balling out and your car is, rimmed up and you got speakers. I mean, we passed that stage, but when you see that, and I'm like, nah, you ain't got no money. Because you're doing stuff you shouldn't be doing, which in either way, I don't want to be bothered with you.
Right.
Not necessarily. I mean, you mean, so for somebody that doesn't have any money?
Does money matter? The size of the money.
Their
No,
bank
I'm-
account.
Yeah, okay.
I'm saying a person that's got like fat rims and a booming system. I said we're past that stage. We're not looking at, we don't want to matter that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
because it would tell me if I saw a guy with that kind of thing at our age that he's a little bit behind. He's not where he needs to be.
Oh, okay.
But it also would tell me that his money has been spent frivolously.
Right.
Now, if he had his own business, and I guess if that's just what he's into, and he had cushion, then, you know, I don't know.
I think after a certain point that, like you said, back in the days, but like now it's like for real. Like if your car break down, because we know that there are important things that happens now. So if you live in check to check, like, yeah, that irritates me when I talk to somebody. Well, I ain't got no money, or I gotta. That's my biggest thing now. Like if somebody say that they have. I guess people would say you'd be hypocritical if you in a financial thing, but I just think for a man it's like different to be like, we both can't be in that same situation.
Not necessarily. So, let me just put this out there. So you might be dealing with a man who has kids. He takes care of his kids. He's gonna make sure all his bills are paid. Now, a lot of times you may run into a guy who he may make good money, but then there's child support. You know, some pay child support, some have all these different, you know, things, and they don't live above their means. So they're not driving the nicest ride or what have you, but they're clean. They take care of their business or whatever. I can respect somebody like that. He doesn't have to be making all this money. Now, for me and that person to come together, like me and him are basically in the same boat. We can make something happen. We can build a business. We can, you know, do something to kind of fatten our pockets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it also takes the load off. That's where that help me comes in. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it kind of takes the load off, you know, of each other. So I'm not going to discredit anybody or say that's not good enough because, or I can't judge because I'm not the same thing. Because to be honest with you, there's men that are looking for women to come to the table too, because you got a lot of women now, especially modern day women, don't cook. They don't believe in the submissive thing. They're like, everything is 50-50, but you can't say 50-50, but then you want him to be the one to have all the money, to have this, to have that, and then you just be like, well, you know, there's a time I just really don't want to work, so he needs to get together so I don't have to work no more, or some type of, you know what I'm saying? There has to be some type of middle ground. So I just think if you establish that in a relationship, then I feel like, okay, go forward with it now. If you just somebody like, no, I'm just not going to deal with it, then, you know, I understand. You just not going to mess with nobody.
So what you saying? So what you saying is that at this point where you're at right now, that you would not look at a guy's financial.
No, I didn't say I wouldn't look at their financial.
I mean, but just if you met somebody who's just like totally awesome, like where you're at right now, and you was starting to date him or whatever, you would look at the income part?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not gonna look at somebody like he has to make this type of money in order for me to be with him. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying be broke.
That
you have to be
break the relationship.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. So you have to have something going on, but to a point where I was kind of bouncing off what you last said, where like you just don't want to deal with nobody you know that's not doing better than you. Well, you know what I'm saying? Even if he's doing what I'm doing, but he has responsibilities, taking care of responsibilities, I'm not gonna knock him for that.
Okay, so before we go further, let me just stay on top of this. So Haley Andre first, then Sylvia says, absolutely. He doesn't have to be a millionaire. However, he does have to have a honest income.
Yeah.
I work hard too, and to have what a house husband, check to check doesn't work. I agree, and that's pretty much what we're pretty much saying that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because I don't want to seem like, because as soon as you say something about that, like they put the stereotype, oh, she a gold digger, because somebody actually did say that to me, like the size of the wallet, yeah, it does matter to y'all. I just think that at this point, like we should not be both worrying about if my car break down that you don't have the money to get it fixed, or if a bill is due, like we're both looking at each other. I mean, that's the hustling stage when you're coming up. Right. Like we're 40. Like we shouldn't be in the.
Yeah. We shouldn't be struggling.
Right.
We both can't be broke and struggling. Like, baby, I ain't got it. Well, baby, I ain't got it. Yeah, that's not what I'm saying.
No.
That baby, my braces you can fix. Okay, I got you.
Right.
Matter of fact, I'll even do you. If a man can say, you know what, I got you, and go get my braces and put them on himself. Oh, damn, you got
it.
Yes.
Right. Sure. Yes. So we all say that size does matter for financial status.
For me,
yes.
Yes,
for me.
Yes. You guys want to try to bring one on? Y'all see how it says that?
What is that? What?
You know what? Bring them on, but Nunu says, Nunu.
My girl, Nunu.
Nunu says, size doesn't matter to two people who are in love.
Thank you. Thank you, Nunu.
That's what she said.
I agree with that too.
Okay, so I don't know.
I'm with Tiffany.
But I know. Like Jesus, we both
each his
can't be
own.
sitting up here like, oh, you know what I mean? Like at this point, yes, the size of somebody needs to help somebody. Because here's the thing, I get it. You're both gonna get to an elevating position. I get all that y'all saying, but it's like we both can't be in that same position.
No, of
like
course
living
not.
check to check. Like I'm living check to check. You living check to check. Like so we both. I mean, 1 + 1.
But see, you didn't say that. That's why I was like, yeah, we don't. Both don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck because I want you to be able to help me, you know, in some aspect, in some form. So, but when you're saying no, I can't see somebody that's, you know, not at least having X, Y, Z.
I was gonna say you better. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
Because you know when you grow up, man, you've been through all that. Are we gonna get to this place? I'm like, at this point, something. If I'm looking at a man at like 40 something, he ain't got something.
He's still trying to make it.
Yeah,
he still wants some.
He's still trying to make it paper plastic.
I can't do it.
I'm gonna own that store in 10 years, you know, baby.
Right.
So.
Well, you probably, I don't know. Okay.
No.
So, so that was that one, and then what we have? Julie. Hello, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
All right. So what was the next one? Do you got yours, or you want to go next?
Yes. So. This is something for me now. Before I used to hate this thing. I hated it. But then as I grew older, I understood it because sometimes you have to have it, but you have to know how to work it and you have to know how to control it. So, question to you all is, does ego matter?
The size of somebody.
Girl.
So does
I cannot stand. Okay, you can go
Ego
first because you asked the
matters.
question. You slow down.
Yeah.
So like I said, you have some people that have those big egos and it's like you can't tell them anything. You can't tell them nothing. Like their ego is so big, it's like there's no space for you and them in their car. So, what you say?
No, I just took a deep breath like,
you know what I'm saying? Some people are just so, it's like even past arrogance. It's crazy. But yeah, I think a little bit as you get older, when you are established and when you do have, a little bit of ego because you know you're above certain things that are normally petty.
You know your
You
worth.
see what I'm saying? And you definitely know your worth.
Right.
So I think as you get older, you definitely can have that. But don't have an ego and then you ain't,
Girl.
Right.
Yes.
like you kicking rocks. Come on now.
It is awful. I cannot, I'm sorry, but I cannot. My personality, I'm a Cancer. I cannot stroke an ego. Me and you are Cancer. I cannot do it.
No, me neither.
If
Like,
it is that huge,
yeah.
we will
That
butt
little
heads.
ego sit on
Like,
top
I'm
of your
very
shoulder.
strong-willed.
Knock it down.
We will butt heads like crazy. So I'm not about to stroke you to make you feel manly.
Yeah.
If it's not already in you, don't be looking at me to boost you up that way.
And see, I kind of
Screw
feel
it.
like I have an ego, but that's because I'm established. You know what I mean?
But
very
is it
comfortable
big?
in my- It's not big, but the men that tend to be attracted to me, they're financially secure and settled too. So it's
And
like
their egos are what?
theirs ain't as big as mine because I lay the law right at jump. Boom. If you can't deal with it, then I guess my ego would be a bit bigger than theirs because I like things a certain way. And if you don't like it, then I'm not trying to be funny, but kick bricks because I feel like I've worked too hard to get to where I'm at to sit up there and try and deal with another man's ego or to try and stroke it or get to that point. I'm not going to do that. So I guess my ego gotta be big.
You watched the dish. I know you watched the dishes. No.
Yeah, right.
Baby, you did that. Look at how that pork is shining.
Wait a minute. I gotta be honest. I like a little cockiness. I like the ego.
Yeah,
I like it.
little
But
bit.
I mean, like the size of it. If you like, look at me. Like, look.
We both can't be in the mirror.
Yeah, exactly. You a bum me, baby. Excuse me.
Right.
Baby, you look good.
Really?
What?
Boy, bye.
I know this. Like, that is such a turn up. I'm like, you know. I bet I'm gonna tell you.
Right. I think it's just something. I don't know. That kind of bothers me. I'm more because the kind of men I like to attract is like the men that's like standoffish that don't need.
I love that.
Like, you know what I mean? I like the one that's in the corner. Like, you don't have to stroke their ego because
Right.
they're very
No,
confident.
Yeah.
because
Confident is
there's a fine line. Because if they're standing off in the corner, maybe they're thinking that they're too good, and women need to
Not
approach
that
them.
kind. Not that
No,
kind.
How
not
do you know
that
the
kind.
difference?
I know the difference.
You can't because they usually still still try to remain low key. And even if you come up to them, they're like, you can tell they
Right.
kind of just
Hey,
they
how you
like,
doing?
how are you? Do you want me to buy you a drink? Okay, well,
Right.
enjoy your night.
But the
And
ones
you know,
that
that's it.
you know the ones that's overly
I don't know.
overly confident in the corner, like they just the vibe.
Like you say hi, and they look down at you like, don't look at me like I'm short.
Right.
Like, don't look at me like I'm short, even though I'm 5'2.5".
Yeah.
No, don't do me.
So we gonna say, is it a yes that size matter with the ego?
Yes, I would say
Yeah.
that it
Yes,
does
it
matter.
does
It matters for me. That's
Yeah.
my
Can't
opinion.
have too big
I
of one.
can't, yeah.
All right. So what? So that was your ego one.
Yeah.
All right. Which one did you have? Did you have one?
No, yeah, go ahead.
All right. We gonna shift it.
Oh, Lord.
Size of family.
Ooh.
So, family as in...
So if you meet someone and the size of his family, like he like, oh yeah, I'm Ricardo and I got 8 kids.
You got how many kids?
Yeah.
And you got how many kids?
Yeah.
Does that matter?
Yes. Yeah, it
Now, for me,
8
It
grown
depends.
kids,
It
right? 8
depends.
grown kids.
Wait, they're
it
grown?
depends. If-
No, it
if-
just said does the size of the family, because you gotta. It doesn't matter. Your kids are never like not out your way, and so if you meet someone and you really think he's nice, like is the size if he like, oh hi, I got 1 kid, you could work with that, or can you work with someone who has 8 kids?
If they're grown.
It depends on the situation. Because if there's baby mom and the baby mom has full custody, I mean, and you get your parenting time, don't get me wrong, because it's your kid. You would never want to deprive a man of his children. But if the situation is, and most of the time, the children tend to be with the mothers, you know, and then it's more or less you and him time, and he's spending time with your kids and
Yeah.
you. So that kind of is a fine line as far as like, does kids family size matter? For me. For me.
Okay.
You can't have more than me.
And
I don't want it. I don't.
Yeah. I think at this point, I
don't
I
want
think
it.
the size of it too, because I mean, like if you coming to me and be like, I got, even though, yeah, see, people gonna try to beat you up with that because it's
Yeah.
like, do not come. I mean, at this point,
Right.
like I could deal with like if you got 5 kids and then 5 baby mamas.
And
That's
that's
a lot of
size.
drama.
That's what
drama.
somebody's
That's
saying.
a lot of
Yeah.
drama.
That's it, yeah.
Julie's saying as long as he doesn't have 8 baby mamas, right? Just
Right.
out
Yeah,
there.
it's like,
They
that's
say
crazy.
Stone.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Said
He's
the
doing
same
too much.
Way too much.
Yeah.
Basically, say don't no one want to deal with a bunch of drama from different
Yeah.
mothers.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Because-
so would it be okay if it was a person with 8 kids that were all adults and like on their own and married and
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah, that'd be okay.
That'd
Yeah.
be better. Yeah.
That'd be better.
Yeah.
So we all saying yes. That's
It'd be a better situation, but kids are still going to come back to daddy
Yeah,
and mom.
yeah, for
You
sure.
But
know
that's
what I mean?
fine, but they're grown. So they come
not
visit.
8, not 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Now, see,
and
here's the
1.
thing. I love big families, and I don't mind, having a big family because I didn't come from, it's just me and my brother. So I don't mind having, people around or what have you. So that's why I said, yeah, if they're grown, I wouldn't mind that. Everybody, come for Christmas, come for Thanksgiving. But, I mean, it was, 8 different baby mamas, and everybody was like
I
ages
just-
1 to 10. I'm like,
Right.
oh, no.
Yeah, that's
Right.
too much. That is
Yeah.
I used to be like, oh my God, I love, but I think at this point in my life, like, no, I don't want to deal with it because you know what? It's a lot of work. And then sometimes I think that I feel now because you put in that work and then at the end result is still
Yeah.
foolishness.
Yeah.
At first I was like, I don't care because I have 4, but they all adults. But then I was like, but now it's just like, no, the size of your family does matter and also the age,
Yeah.
the ages.
Okay, so here,
Matter.
let me just ask you this. So, at our age that we are now,
Mhm.
let's just say you met a man
Mhm.
that had a child. Now, we still have kids in high school. Us 3-year children are grown. Would any of you date a man that had a child that was 5 or under?
5 or under?
Mm-hmm.
I probably would. It depends on how I feel about that person.
I wouldn't know.
I probably would.
What about you?
I used to be, I used to be
Is it
pro,
yes or
yeah.
no?
Sure, yes, uh-huh.
You would? Must
Only
be
the
crazy.
reason why I said that, well,
Must be crazy.
see, here's the thing. One,
And your baby's 16, so you'll date somebody that got a 5. That's re-raising.
Girl.
That's Girl. How did you do your hair? What you say? Girl.
I started.
I mean,
I know
I
I
used
used
to,
to, but I used to be so in love with it. I was like, oh my God, you can have 15. I used to love being a stepmom, but right now,
Okay, but
Look, I look at it as-
I wouldn't do it
let's
now,
put the shoe on
today.
the other foot. what if you had a child that was less than 5 years old and a man wanted to date you and then he said, oh, I'm in my 40s, late 40s, 50s, and you got a child that's less than 5? How would
my
you feel
child,
about
because
that?
my priority at that stage of life, so bye.
Right.
Oh, well,
You asked me, so that's how it would be.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
What
that's
you
true.
think? What did you say?
You know,
I ain't
It would
doing
be.
it.
yeah. I mean, you
I
know,
ain't doing it either.
Not today.
I don't know if I accepted that. I can accept it
Ooh,
as
girl, that's a good point. Can I
What?
stop you for 1 second? She said, what if you had an oopsie?
Because it happens.
See?
no. You too old to be having oopsies.
Right?
At this age, no. You too old to
Yeah.
be having oopsies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
40
I
something years
agree.
old. Like, guess what, babe? I don't know how it happened. I'm this old
Right.
and I'm.
I'm 43 and now I'm pregnant. Well, fuck.
No.
Really? Yeah, I'm with you. There is no oopsies at our age. You would
So
be
she
a-
said that, yeah, she said a no to the family size. I'm saying yes. You saying
That's not a generalized
you would date
question.
somebody that got a 5-year-old?
Not necessarily, no.
I
But
would
but
not
thing is,
want
that's the only
to
question we
know.
pose. So what about somebody? Oh, like what about the number? What would be the number that you stop at? You said 2. Nobody's
28.
acting more than you. What about you? What would be your stop?
28.
28
They let me
kids?
know. No, I said 28 is the age.
No. I mean, how many children?
I don't know. I mean, it depends. I'm not gonna even be like, I'm just being funny, but I don't know. I just will hope that the Lord does not put nobody in my life that have any kids that's
God knows exactly
21
what you
or
need.
under. I'm
Thank
not
you
doing it
very
no
much.
more.
Yep. What about you, Edie?
Edie says she date somebody with a 1-year-old.
I won't.
Ooh,
know.
Stonewall says, huh?
We asked you a question, you ain't
What?
answered.
No, I put it like this. I'm not going to discredit a man because he has a child that young. I'm not going to do it because again, he could be everything that I wanted in a man. Just because he had a baby that's under 5 years old will not. It won't stop me from. Again,
It take you
baby
about
being
5
a
years
mama.
to get over.
Young, that baby-
Look, it takes you
You've
about
been
5 years.
traveling without bringing
Girl,
that.
please, girl, you
It
crazy.
takes you
She
5
said
years.
that.
Look,
Oh my God.
and 5 years, wait a
I
minute,
got
and
to
5
do
years is a
that.
great indicator that there are still something there. It takes about 5 years to get over somebody.
Exactly, and that's
Yeah.
fine. I mean,
Well,
you
here's
you
the
are
thing.
always going to have love for either your baby's mama or your ex, depending on how y'all situation was. There's always that love between that whole situation. A person who, well, I'll say a person in their right mind tend to still have love for their either baby's dad or whatever the case may be. Unless something drastically happened to where you just hate each other, on good terms, there is that love there. I mean, you two father, you children
Love
you got
each other at one
enough
point.
to get a kid. So I
Yeah.
can't really say that the love part of it. I understand that. I would never say, hey, no. I understand that portion, but a child that's 5 years, I just wouldn't.
Now I do know a
But
guy
she-
that
if he
had
was a widow.
kids. I do know a guy that had.
She is
He
mean.
did have a child late because he was about his career. He ended up getting with a girl. He said he thought he could never have kids because he never got anybody pregnant. He was about 38, 39, and finally ended up having a child. And so now he's like 46, I believe. So he has like a 6 or 7-year-old. So I mean, sometimes life happens. You know what I'm saying? So, but would you take a man like that and be like, "Hey, I don't want to date you because you have a 6-year-old child"? He's well established. Yeah.
I
Okay.
would at this point. I don't want to deal with
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
I mean,
You're
because I
not
already
really
been,
changing
because I had
diapers or
experience.
nothing at this point. You're not changing diapers.
And we
You know what
love
I'm saying?
children, so
Yeah.
don't get mixed
Yeah.
up.
I
It's
love
like
children.
we don't
That's what I'm
like
saying.
kids.
I was about to get a bunch
Yeah.
of kids, so there was a time I was
Yes.
going to.
Yeah.
We
So,
do
and,
like
and
kids.
so
We just don't want to deal with them right now.
no,
Right.
At
that's
this stage.
I ain't gonna be able to do it.
I ain't gonna do it.
All right, what we got? Stonewall Escobar. He
Go ahead.
said, "Huh? You guys are giving crap because she wouldn't mind dating a man with a little child." Do y'all see the rest? As long as what it said something because it won't let me do it. But then he also said, "Stonewall, I wouldn't care how many children she has or how old. I'm a damn good dad, so I got this."
well.
Y'all see his profile pic? He got.
Let me see.
I don't know. We gotta check him out because he got a cartoon.
Whose friend is
cat.
he?
Let me see.
Right.
Who's Stonewall's friend?
Let me
Edie
see.
Parley.
You don't
Oh,
know who
really?
her friends be.
Oh yeah, that gotta be somebody eating now.
Yeah, we gonna check out.
Okay, so
Do you know him?
Cause it said something
I'm trying
else.
what
No,
is
it said something, but we couldn't. Oh,
there it
see
is.
more, but the C won't do it. Why does it do
Seymour,
that?
I was trying to pull up
I don't
online
know.
too.
And then Nunu said, my girl Nunu, she said, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. I know, you stay here. I'm always asking
no, it's a different thing.
We're gonna have you to go, we're gonna have to have her come down here.
I gotta figure out how to pull people on here.
Yeah, if you do a live, you can do that corner. Yeah.
I can't even do it. Okay, so that was mine. Did you have
go?
Okay, so I wanted to know when it comes to size, does it matter? And it can go in both ways. Does it matter for people? Do you want a guy that's overweight?
Oh, yes.
Do you want a guy that's taller or shorter? Does size matter?
Yes.
So you can tell me size, whether it's
physical, not
yes,
the
yeah. Heavyweight or tall fella. The size matters
yes.
for you guys.
I do not want to talk to no guy that's short. I'm sorry. I don't know. I can't.
You don't want no short man.
I'm talking about high.
Oh my God! No! If I put on heels and I'm taller than you, I'm mad. I'm like, I'm looking at the baby. You want? Yeah, I want a drink.
But you know what? My last husband, but me and him was the same height. So when I put on heels, but his cockiness and his confidence was like 6'4".
Most short dudes have.
I know.
I don't mind a short fella.
I like
it. Doesn't bother me.
Okay, sorry.
But for me right now, no.
I
like
want a short dude. I'm sorry.
So then height matters. So
yes.
we'll do height first and then we'll do weight.
Yeah,
does height matter for
yes.
you?
For me, being 4'11", height does matter.
So okay, so for me.
Okay, wait, hold on. Height matters. You're 4'11" though. So are you talking about height meaning you don't want nobody too tall, or you don't want nobody too short? Because people are gonna always do 4'11".
I don't want like a short man.
You're short though.
So I know, but like other men that's ever been attracted to me, they've always been tall. Like
anybody your height will be a dwarf. Like a man.
Oh, you just.
I'm talking about a man. I'm talking about a man. Like a dwarf. Can you say a 4'11" man coming to you? You will be like.
Yeah, no, honey.
How tall does he have to be?
Well,
because I'm 5'9".
I was about to say about 5'9". About this height.
He has to be at least 5'9" or taller.
Exactly.
I'm 5'2.5".
I'm 5'2.5", and he can be 5'3". I'm not saying that that's what I prefer, but I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Next. What about?
No, you gotta finish the height. Like they have, and then I'm a big girl, so I cannot have no short like. For real.
When y'all be dancing, everybody think y'all dancing by yourself. If they watching you from the back, look at you right here. You like, but nobody think they gonna be looking at her from the back. Thinking she dancing by herself.
But I'm so mad because it's always short dudes. Was a majority of short dudes in Minnesota. Yeah. Like everybody's in like they're like 5'2", 5 whatever, and you be like, no, like you try to be nice, but it's like I cannot be like, and I like to wear heels, and I like to wear boots,
right.
They all short, so no.
You can get up there and do things.
Girl, you better climb on me. And look, they famous words like I climb trees. If you don't,
I love to climb trees. Yeah, I climb trees.
So the height matters, right? So you like height matters.
Height matters real. So it matters to you guys. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, what about weight?
Ooh, I like them big. I don't do nothing.
Weight doesn't bother me.
I was gonna say it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me. You can't be sloppy big though.
I know.
They can
I'm with you
no,
on that.
like
when you sit down, I hear.
No. Yeah,
you can't be sloppy big. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but yes.
So weight doesn't matter.
No, it don't matter. Just
you said it doesn't matter.
No, I said weight does not matter. You just can't be sloppy big. Like I like big guys. You can be small, but yeah, you can't.
I like big guys, and I like to feed them.
Feed them what?
I tell you.
Big guys are okay.
Big shoulders. Like their shoulders have to be like this wide.
Linebacker.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I like a big guy too.
A big guy.
Average.
Okay,
average.
so what?
Average guy.
Yeah,
so wait a minute. So does this? So piggybacking on what you said. So does the size of their belly matter?
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean.
Like if she said if it's sloppy though, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like,
I
don't want no big belly.
I do. That is
I
like
don't like sloppy dude.
I love big boys. Like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like big bellies. Yes.
So are you chubby chaser?
Probably.
I
They
used
are
to be.
so underestimated.
I used to be.
Oh, they're so
When?
underestimated.
When?
When I wasn't, remember after high
No,
school?
Mika, every last one of your
No.
I don't remember.
I was gonna say,
anybody
I've
that
never seen her too. That's why I'm like, what?
Yeah, all my.
one out of all
Edie.
your boyfriends.
And
They've never been.
and
chubby.
only
Edie,
been 3 guys.
high five. Because I've never seen you with a big guy.
I've never
Because
seen you
you-
with one.
I've never
I
seen you with
told
a
you
big
one
guy.
just now.
I got pictures. Of
You
I
got
ain't never
one
seen her
next
with
to
one.
You must have got big.
I used to
No,
like
they were
tall,
big.
dark skinned guys.
Who?
But I'm like, oh, wait.
When I used to work somewhere.
Somewhere.
She don't remember.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
One.
Yeah,
Edie.
one.
One.
Okay.
That out of the other guys, you.
So you said the size of a belly don't matter, right?
Who said that?
I said,
I said
it
guys.
does not
It does not
matter
matter to her.
No,
What about
no,
you?
bring me the belly.
I
don't
want
want
a
to
sloppy
Don't
dude.
bring me
I
no
don't want
belly.
a sloppy dude.
A
I don't want a
belly?
sloppy dude.
No,
I don't
what am I
care.
doing?
You got a
Rub
little
your
belly?
Baby, come over here and rub the belly.
Y'all do not underestimate the belly.
No, I don't mind a
Right,
belly,
you
but
know
I
about
don't
the
want.
belly.
Yeah, I don't mind, but just don't
Like
let
I
it
said, don't be sloppy.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't mind.
Yeah.
What is
So here's
sloppy?
the thing. I'm going to clear this
So
up.
what is sloppy?
You can have a belly as long as it's not a dicky do. Which
What's a
means
dicky
that the
do?
dicky's got to stick out further than the belly. If the dicky doesn't stick out further than the belly,
Well,
No.
You can push down on the belly.
No.
no, we're not going to be doing that.
I like
No
belly.
dicky do.
Y'all don't listen. Well, it does not matter to me. So all the big belly dudes, y'all come and see me.
Alright, so even though this might not have anything to do with what you were just talking about, but what about the size of a man's foot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Somebody
don't think
said
that's
that too.
true. I don't know
Me
about that
either.
hand and foot thing. I don't know.
I know. 'Cause
But that's what I'm saying. Most people believe in that, but some people don't.
Right.
That's why I said, do you
I do
believe
not
that?
like no dude with no little feet. Okay.
I just don't like little feet because it looks weird.
Right. You like 6'1" with a size
It's like,
8
you know, baby,
shoe.
ooh, I can fit your shoe. Like,
Right.
should not be able to.
My son wears a size 15. What would I look like having somebody
My
wear a
size, my
size
size
8?
is size 10. Yeah. It's like, no.
Yeah, feet size does matter to me.
Does it matter to you?
no.
Oh, yeah. So you like 6'2" with his feet up.
I've never come across nobody like that though. Not a big dude with little feet. I've never seen that
Oh,
before.
me either.
I never
I've
seen
never
it before
seen that
either.
I have
before.
too.
I've always
I
seen
have.
big dudes with big feet. I've never.
I haven't.
I've
it
seen
before.
some dudes that's like little feet, and I'm like, is them like?
Is that real?
I have seen little
Right.
dudes with big feet. I
I've
have seen that.
I've
But
seen
I
I've
haven't
seen-
seen a
I've seen
big
some
dude with
little
little
feet.
feet.
With clown feet?
Yeah.
Mm.
So Stonewall said love comes in all sizes. How big is Stone? Oh, he don't put a picture up for us to see, y'all.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did.
You changed the picture?
Yeah,
We can't see it.
We can't see
Well,
it.
nah, we'll go see your picture later.
Wait a minute. He said he do not want a woman with a size 15 shoe.
No, nobody.
That-
The man would. Okay, so Julie says the hands and the feet thing is a lie. I agree.
Yeah,
You said
I
what?
agree too.
So
What did
what?
she
It's
say?
a lie. She said that the hands and the feet thing is a lie.
It is a
Yeah,
lie.
it
It
is.
definitely is.
I know because I think Shawnee O'Neal kind of broke that about Shaq. She was like,
Oh, no.
she did. She was like,
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see,
So everybody, yeah, because that is definitely true. Every tall man and every man with big feet
Right,
are
because the
not
short
bad.
men and the big men, y'all are missing out.
No, sorry, I had a big guy before. I'm not missing out. on
Superhead.
anything.
If anybody read that book, Superhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She busted
Yeah.
a whole lot of folks out.
Yeah, she
there.
did.
The
Yeah.
video vixen. I read that
Yeah.
one when it
Yeah.
first came
Yeah,
out.
so did I.
Yeah, she's a trip.
Okay.
I understand.
Okay.
Okay, y'all.
We like this.
So wait, we gonna change it around. We gonna be petty right now. Cause I got a petty one.
Okay, golly. She has a petty one. She wants to be petty today right now.
Right. So I said we had to have a petty one. So if you meet a guy or men, if you meet a woman, is the size of a house. We gonna start with that. Does that matter? And then we gonna go into the things in the house. So if you go to a man's house, does the size of his house, like if he's in a studio, efficiency, 1 bedroom, does that matter?
At this stage of life, for me, yes.
Okay.
You can't be in an efficiency or 1 bedroom.
I'm not.
For me.
I'm kind of. I don't know.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest
Because-
with you. Go ahead, finish.
Well, I've seen some really nice studios and 1 bedrooms downtown where they're like 2,000 and 3,000.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so I
those ones
can't
are
really literally
Those ones are
say
nice, yeah.
no to that.
I think
Yeah, you got a point.
I think a lot of business people, because they're not home a lot, a lot of them just need space.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I have actually met a pilot one time, and you know they make a lot of money, but he literally, when I say a bachelor pad, it was a couch, a TV, a table. He had food, he had the stainless steel. His thing was electronics, but it was like so plain. That was his comfort though. Nobody lives with him, so he did what he wanted to do. So I don't know. I don't think.
Depending on the person.
Yeah, I
Should
guess
we leave it at that?
yeah,
Depending on the
depends
person. Yeah. Okay.
And with
It doesn't matter to me. I just think I'm happy that they got an apartment because I always want to be at their house. So I don't want nobody coming to my house. I'm like, I'm packing my bag. I'm coming with it.
It's like different territory and environment.
I know. I'm just coming over to take over.
Men don't like that.
But so
men
I
don't like
haven't met a
women
man.
taking over.
I haven't met a man that have not.
They probably just didn't want to tell you, Tiffany.
Well, they wouldn't tell me. They want me to come over. Like,
We gonna talk after this. What's
yeah.
next?
So wait a minute. I was being petty. I said, does the size of a TV in a man's house matter?
Yes.
Yeah, that is.
I was supposed to watch NFL, the Super Bowl, on a little Beach 200.
Wait a minute, but why?
That mug about this big,
Yeah.
I said, how you gonna Netflix and chill with a 13-inch?
and we like this.
Yeah.
Penny, grab a magnifying glass.
No. So you are saying
Sorry.
that it matters of a TV set? Because I would have. No, I'm okay.
Yes,
It
because
does matter.
and you don't find too many men that have small TVs.
13.
Most of them have.
No,
like,
somebody
big
had a
TVs.
prison TV inside their house. Like
You
yo.
knew somebody.
You knew somebody
They
that
still had their prison TV inside of their house.
They
Like,
took the prison TV out.
they brought it home. What are y'all talking about?
They paid for it.
So they brought. Y'all, we should not be laughing.
I'm laughing at it.
But that was the only
I'm taking everybody's cup.
That's the only one
Taking
he had.
y'all's cups.
I have Sprite.
I got juice. Okay, now. So.
Oh my God. Where's my piece of paper? I
So,
gotta
wait.
put myself
Wait a
around.
minute, so the size of a TV does matter in the
Yes,
house. That's
it
a
does.
yes. A yes for me. What about you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that was
And
your
then have
thing.
the audacity for the cops to be right here at the table.
Girl. I gotta go. I'm like, I gotta go.
And look, y'all know we getting older, so we need them cheaters. Like, dude, I cannot.
Where my specs? I don't wear glasses. Where my specs? Oh my God! Don't do that. Don't do that. It's hot in here.
Okay. So we moving on. We moving on.
Tiffany next. Tiffany.
I can't talk. Okay, wait. You go. You go.
You
Go.
see, we trying to get
Right.
Okay, let's get dirty then. Are y'all
No,
ready?
no.
No. We still
Okay,
got
so we
like
had,
5
because
minutes.
you know what, you let us miss it because of the physical part. We was talking about, I had another petty one, the size of a man's head on his body.
Well, if it doesn't look weird, it's okay.
Like, I don't know, because somebody said that at the barbershop, they was like, you don't want nobody with no big old head. Like, you know, like
a globe,
like
mongoloid.
it's-
It's like a mongoloid.
Yeah.
No,
The
that was
size of
weird.
somebody's head.
Like their head look like it's too big. They look like a sucker.
Right.
Yeah.
And they got like a small body with a huge head. You seen somebody with like a huge head.
And they be trying to kiss you. They be like, "Come on, baby," and just they be their body.
Right, like a big head. Does that matter?
Yeah.
I mean, we had some petty ones. We already said that. Does the size of a man's head matters?
I'm being so petty right now. Yes, it does.
It does. For me
I think
too.
if it
I
fits his
went
body
on-
okay. If it's a little off, I can deal with a little off, not too much off.
The ones that heads is flat on top, it look like an ET head.
Yeah, okay, I don't know.
Wait a minute. So wait a minute. Prince said the 13-inch clear box prison TV for $139 should not be in a man's home. Amen.
And you know how much? How much does it cost again?
$139, but that's like, I think they more expensive now, ain't they, Prince?
Yeah, tell us, Prince.
And then he said, Ed Haynes said, I went to a state auction and got a prison TV for my daughter room, and when I went to pick it up, and I can't see it. Why is that?
You can't see what?
The rest of them, when they say see more.
Yeah, I can't.
Did you
check online
click on
either.
it?
Yeah, click on it, but then it's like something comes up, so I can't get it.
Oh.
Ed also said I have 4 50 inches in one bedroom. I knew somebody like that too. Like he had one for ESPN, one for Like he used to watch multiple TVs while he.
I think Infinity's got
sports.
something that you can separate them like that.
Infinity,
You don't
yeah.
need to
Don't
have
just
4
4
TVs.
TVs, right?
Yep.
Look at Infinity.
So Nunu said,
Yeah.
Nunu
Xfinity.
said they still make 13 inches. Yes, Nunu.
I didn't know that. That's like a tablet.
Okay, so
Yeah.
13 inches like a tablet.
Prince said that was 10 years ago. Prison prices. Okay,
All right. Thanks for schooling us.
right. So the next thing was, did you guys have one?
I did
Before
not.
we get to the
What about vehicles?
yeah.
Oh,
Vehicles.
okay. Vehicles what?
I mean, does the size of the vehicle matter?
I don't know. I can't talk about nobody because my car right now, I bought it for the traveling purposes only. So I was like, I would feel bad. Somebody be like, I ain't gonna get in that little 2017. But I mean, that car gets to be like, let's go. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think I would have a problem if it's a big dude. No, I'm not going to say that. No, I'm not.
A big
I don't know.
dude in a Pinto.
No, I'm no. I'm
So
not
it
gonna
doesn't
say
matter
that.
for you?
It doesn't matter.
Car doesn't
As
matter.
long as it's
Ebony?
a reliable car.
Nope.
The
it doesn't
size
matter.
of it.
It doesn't matter.
The size of it?
It don't matter.
Because you got a
know
truck,
where
so
we
would you go
going.
mess with somebody that got a Pinto?
Do they even make Pintos anymore?
Yeah.
That's
They
a tough
do?
one. I don't know.
I don't know.
A Corolla? Say a Corolla.
Oh, yeah.
Toyota Corolla.
I don't know.
No, if you feel like you ain't got to forget somebody.
I think,
Like you don't want nobody in a smaller car?
yeah. You gotta be riding one, my level.
That's right.
2017 Dodge Durango. So you
See,
gotta
the
be
thing about
right
you, you got to
there.
worry about you already got a hood, so don't care what nobody
Yeah,
think.
that's true. So,
So, no,
you
she
gotta have
said
a Dodge
no.
Durango or
Or better.
or better
Right.
for me.
What you think?
No.
It doesn't matter?
Well, what's so funny is that when I had my Infinity, people used to ask me just the opposite, like, why would you get such a big car? I'm like, because that's what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love, that truck, and I'm
Right.
going to get it again. So I hope nobody asks me. But I love it. You know, I just love the fact of sitting up high, and I just love the vehicle, the look of the vehicle. So.
Right. So Stonewall said, don't go there. If you have a problem with the size of a car, you are lost. Now the year is the key. So would you have a problem with the year of the car?
No, why would the year be the key? No, but why would the year be the key? I've never bought a brand new car off the showroom floor. I've never bought, because my thing is I always want to get a good deal. Even my Infinity bomb truck, that truck was beautiful. It was only a 2006. But everybody thought it was a higher year. They stopped making that model in 2011, and when I get the truck again, I'm going to get that same exact model. So for me, it's not about the year. Because half these trucks now, like the old Cadillac truck,
I was
was
about to
better
say,
than the new Cadillac.
Yeah.
That
my
new
Escalade,
Cadillac
I
truck.
had the ESV
Yeah.
Escalade. That was a 2012.
Yeah.
And you've seen how that
Yeah, and it's nice, but the
Right.
other one looks like a straight roach box on wheels.
right.
What, the new one?
Yeah, it's
I
like
like
a two box.
No,
It's
I
two
like it.
boxes.
Truck right
I
there.
like
That's
it.
that-
Boxes.
I like that
that's her
Escalade,
truck.
that new Escalade. I like it.
So everybody being honest, that they do not care about a hoopty if a guy is driving a hoopty.
No, you can't drive one with me.
Okay.
But I'm married, so it don't
I
matter.
mean,
But
you
for me,
can't
no.
drive a car that might clunk out. We end up pushing it or going to the gas.
No, like
I
if it
can't
gets you
have
from
that.
point A to point B, it's a reliable car. Okay.
All right. So that was mine. Let's see. What? Oh, I'm still going. Cause y'all know how to
He said
get
a
going.
1992 hoopty.
All right.
Prince
So
Wrong,
yeah, right.
So you do your last one, and we're gonna go into the big finale.
What time is it?
We're getting there, y'all. Let me see what time it is.
Mm.
20 minutes. Let's work on it.
Okay, so the other one was, I thought it was so sweet. I got this from the barbershop. Shout out to Tito. He was like, does the size of a man's heart matter?
Yeah, if you got one.
Oh, yes. You know what? Let me answer that because I actually was arguing with somebody today. Like he said something, it was just like out of the blue. Like what I've been noticing, like most of the men that I meet, like they are like angry as ever. Like I like fun guys, like laugh and whatever. But I don't even know how the conversation got started today. But like we were actually going back and forth, and he was like angry.
Wow.
Like he was just like, I think he said something to the point like y'all on KMOJ and y'all playing trap music, but then y'all play gospel music. Y'all telling the world something, and I'm like, oh, whoa.
Right,
I'm
like
like,
there's different segments.
right, and he's like, no, but it was just crazy to me how aggressive he was, and then he said, no, you like Migos, so you'll date. He was like, you like Migos, so you'll date a 22-year-old. And I was like, so because I like Migos, that mean like I'm a pedophile? So we was going back and forth, but the way of his conversation, I was, getting him to get more into the conversation so I could figure out more about him. And number one, I knew he was angry. Another guy that I was talking to, the same thing. Like, they just need a little love. Like, a heart does matter to me. Yeah. Because here's the thing. I like a person that's been through the fire or been through whatever, and then they come to a point that they have changed for the better or, whatever, but they have made some form of change. They have to have a heart for the people that still have not got it. Yeah. So he has to have a big heart. He has to have a big heart to understand, to not be judgmental. He has to have just an overall big heart to feel sorry, empathy, sympathy. Like, yes, for me, he has to. It's a must for me.
Yeah. So you need a Cancer.
Yeah,
no,
Cancer's.
Y'all.
No, y'all Cancer's is crazy. I ain't even going.
Y'all don't have no heart.
No, we do.
No, y'all don't.
No,
y'all don't. To a certain point.
No.
Like, I'm not a person. You need a Sagittarius.
No.
A person that's just gonna.
Y'all are so flighty and all over the place. So you can love 1 minute and then next thing you know, y'all be ready for something new.
Right.
That's my.
Right. But I'm like, right. But the ultimate thing, our heart never changed though. We could be looking at something new, but that situation and how we feel will never change. A Cancer is like, they will go so far, but if they get tired of it, they're like, done. I'm done. I'm walking away. I don't want to.
But okay. So tell the story though, because you're missing the meat of it. We will love you, and we give you the benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. So you can keep messing over us. Now we may give you the benefit of the doubt. Most people won't do that. And like, okay, I'm trying to love you, but you keep treating me like this. Eventually, yes, you're going to get tired. Once we get tired, I never knew. I never knew.
You see, love don't work like that.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Because you know why? Cancers naturally protect themselves. We can
so that's why I can't be with nobody like that.
Y'all need an Aquarius. That's
no, we don't.
Aquarius.
I can't trust no Aquarius.
I know y'all are laughing.
Y'all in system relationships, texting everybody. Good night, babe. 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 Good night, babe.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Aquarius.
I'm just saying.
We're air. We're
no.
Yeah, y'all blowing the wind.
They sure do.
Y'all blowing the wind.
Y'all Cancers, y'all spread all over people.
So Stonewall,
y'all not good either. Y'all not good.
Let me ask Stonewall, what's your sign?
He said you can tell how big his heart is by the way he holds your hand. That is so sweet. That is so sweet.
And then I want to say, you can tell how big his heart is by how much he volunteers and give back to the community.
Oh, I do like that.
That is very
that
nice.
heart has to be.
That's up my alley.
I don't know. It's the size of the heart. You cannot be a person that. I'm telling y'all, like, I'm noticing this right now, like, a lot of our men are broken. Like, I'm running into so many introverts, so many serious. I mean, you crack a joke, they're like, what do you mean by that? But, it's like, no, you have to have a big heart. I want you to be like, if you walk past somebody and they're outside and they're homeless or something, like, I want them to have a heart, be like, man, I should go back. Like, I want them to have a conscience, like, man, I should go back and go give them $5. Like, if we buy something, so the heart matters to me.
Yeah, definitely the heart matters.
Hey,
but the thing is, you gotta be open. You gotta be open to, for those men that you're talking about, to me, they also have to be open and acceptive to receive. So you can't be hard all the time and then you're not open to receive that. It's like you're just going up against a brick wall.
Right.
I can't deal with a person that does not have a heart. That'll be absolutely
no. You have to have a heart. How can you deal with somebody that's cold-hearted?
I'm telling you, I've been arguing all week with men that's like, they do not have a heart.
I love you, babe, so be like, dang.
Right. Like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
So is that a yes or no for you?
You gotta have a heart.
Yeah.
A big heart. What size heart?
A big one.
Yeah.
Like, what's a balloon size?
No.
What you mean?
I'm just saying. Because some people have like a small heart and like.
If you have a heart, you just have
like a Cancer. Y'all don't have a big heart.
We do have
a big heart. We get to know for you have it, we have it. If I have
to a certain extent. No. I want somebody with a heart with no limit.
No. What you mean to a certain extent?
Girl, he's Aquarius.
To a certain extent.
What you mean to a certain extent?
Like I want my person that I have to have a heart that's limitless.
Okay, but we have limitless house. No, we don't.
Yes, y'all do.
No, we will give you anything you want. We will give you the shirt off our back. If it's my last, it's your last. That's limitless right there. If I have a slice of pizza and it's about this big, you best believe me,
sure,
you're gonna eat
right.
off of it because I don't want you to start. Because I'm gonna be in the same boat you are. I can't. I'm not selfish, so I can't sit there and eat and then watch you starve.
Right.
That's something I can never.
Yeah, that part
do.
I'm saying, but it's a limit though.
No, there is no limit. How can you be
You said
limitless
you
with
just said
that?
if y'all get
Once
mad,
you're
y'all be
pushed
like,
to the limit, though, she's saying we will give and give and give, even be made a fool of a few times.
Yeah, but see,
then
that's what I'm
once
saying.
we're done.
We
like,
have to remember we're the most emotional
We are very
zodiac
emotional.
sign in the zodiac amongst the zodiac
Very
signs.
emotional,
So
yeah.
the thing is, you can't keep doing us dirty
Right.
and then expect us to just bend over. We're
Right.
not going to do that because you have to remember too. We have a hard exterior. If we let you in our hard exterior, then you're in there. And we're gonna take care of you, but once you're out, you're out. That's it. And
So
there's
that-
no limitless. There's no reason for me to love you after we're done.
Yeah.
I have to love everybody. I should take that back. You have to love everybody, but there's no reason for me to keep dealing with you because that all I'm doing is leaving the door open for you to do exactly what you did
Yeah.
to me again,
Again.
and that's something that I will guard myself because it's gonna be me. It's either me or you,
Yep.
and it's going to be
It'll
me
be
at the
me.
end of the
Yep.
day. I will never sacrifice myself for somebody else when they're doing me dirty.
Yep.
Oh, then you like, yep, 2 Cancer, like,
I'm
yep,
just
yep.
saying.
What you
Sure.
say, Aquarius?
Aquariuses love everybody.
Right.
That's the
We're
problem.
compatible people. We get along with everybody. We love
Yeah,
everybody.
But we don't know where y'all come to
We'll
going.
sing kumbaya. We are just.
I'm with you, Edie.
We-
I'm Edie. I'm
we
not.
just
We not. See, I can't.
They
bully
are.
too.
They are.
What?
They're very aggressive. bully
Yeah, they
people.
are.
No,
We can
y'all
love the
are
world.
just something else.
Right. So here's the thing. We got to go back to the physical part. I forgot one because I just looked on here. What about the size of somebody's hands?
We talked about that
Talk about
already.
Y'all
hands
said
and
and
feet.
feet.
Yeah, hands and feet.
Yeah, we said feet. We
But
didn't
we
say
did
nothing about
mention
hands.
hands. Yeah.
Lies.
Hands.
Lies.
What we
Yeah, we
say?
can't judge nobody. We can't judge a person off their
Right.
head. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do love strong, nice
I
men.
know. See, we didn't talk about hands. I want to have big,
We talked
strong
about hands
hands.
and feet.
We said feet, not hands. So they gotta have strong hands.
I
That's
love
why-
strong
and big hands. They
hands.
kind of little
Massage,
gloves.
yes.
Massage, yes. Okay.
You
So,
keep
yeah.
your nails clean, yes.
Oh yeah, dirty nails. No.
Yeah.
What?
Dirty nails now.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Okay. All right. So
We
y'all
got
is
this
just like
girl.
super. Look at these cancers. We over here like loving the world. They are so excited to get to size matters
I
about.
know, right?
I thought that was after dark. We not
Oh,
supposed to.
wow.
This is like we got kids watching on here.
There ain't no kids on here.
I know kids out there. You better not be. Go to sleep.
Oh.
Right? Y'all guys
Okay, so you guys want to know what we think about size, right? You guys ready to talk about it?
I don't know.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Go ahead.
do.
Mika.
Yeah, you do. Okay, I will speak for myself as far as does size matter.
Oh Lord. Go ahead.
I think that it doesn't necessarily, the size doesn't matter, it's the motion of the ocean. So if you've got something and you know how to work it,
Take that down.
I'm good.
Drink.
Take her cup.
If you don't know what you're doing, then it's a wrap. If you got a little one.
You definitely know how to. You definitely have to know how to perform. However, I don't want anaconda, but don't come to me with a doorstop.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
I agree.
I agree.
No, y'all.
No!
Lies.
We already know you don't. You're not that white.
I know there's a few of us here that want their walls beat up.
Okay, wait.
Nobody sit here and act like.
That's all I'm gonna take it from you.
Wait a minute. Okay, so does size matter? I think actually, you know what, y'all? I'm gonna tell the truth.
Size
I do
doesn't
not
matter.
think that size matter. I think it has to do more so with the mental. I think if it's the mental part first, I think that the size doesn't matter after. See, I'm a mental stimulator. Like if you get me mentally, I think that you could work
Me too.
with
Me too.
everything. I don't
Me
think
too.
that the size matters as far
However,
as.
yeah, the physical still has to be bomb. Sorry.
It still has to be.
But it
done.
is bomb once you're mentally gone.
If
No.
I'm mentally gone, no. Because I dated somebody and I loved him, but he did not have the physical down. I'm sorry.
And that doesn't work.
It's
You gotta have
mental. You
both.
have to have both.
Yeah.
You have to have both. You can't just keep me like I have to be with you for a long time, and even if we start talking about being together permanently, like I have to live with you for the rest of my life. You got to. How can you have fun with this?
Gotta bring your A game because at the end of the day, if you're not
Oh,
being
shit.
satisfied,
You have to.
there's cheating. That's
You
gonna
have
happen.
to.
Okay, ladies and okay,
Don't
so
force me to
we
cheat.
gonna let the.
I'm serious.
Somebody say, Ebony, did you say a doorstop?
I did say a door stop.
Do you know a
I did
doorstop?
Yeah, I did say a door stop. Who said? Carl.
Men or men. I think because the men would have something to say about
The walls. Yeah. So, okay. And
So
I was
you're
in
a
the
man.
car. I was in the car and I was on the phone with a guy, and he was like, "You have to explain that to me because I don't know what that means. What do you mean walls?" I was like, "There is a time where if you don't keep yourself together as we get older," I said, because
It's not as you get older. It's
just
but
period.
the
Like it
penetration.
depends on what you're,
The-
you know, who you're
active.
dealing with. Yeah. So the more active
Yeah.
you are, eventually you're not. It's not. I kind of compared it to a rubber band. You know, when you first buy
Yes.
this for the rubber bands.
Nice and
I hope he's watching this too. So I
Nice.
had to basically school him. He told me.
I'm gonna take
He told me.
You gonna move that over to the
He
other
told
side.
me, he said, "Ebony, I don't think you're right." He didn't agree. I said, "No." I said, "If you think about it, the size of a rubber band," I said, "eventually if you keep stretching it, it's going to reform itself into that stretch." I said, "So if you put it around something that's round and you keep it there," I said, "wait about a week. It's not going to be the same size that it was." I said, "It's the same thing with a woman's walls." I said, "It's the same exact thing. Eventually there's wear and tear." I'm like, "If you don't do your exercises or your Kegels, it can basically, you know, explain." He said, "No." He said, "No, Ebony, I don't believe that."
And that's
in children too. That kind of stretches it a little bit.
Oh yeah, but
And
see,
the
some women,
hysterectomy,
and some women,
that
yeah,
definitely changed the dynamics
yeah.
of it. Of a history.
you don't have any walls with history.
Right.
Mhm.
That's
It's
right.
like, hey, I'm playing.
Gotta
Slides.
get those
So for you guys, we have 6 minutes. So you saying size? I don't think. For me, I don't know. I don't
Size
think
matters.
I
Don't
know.
play. I'm not about to just.
I
take
think once you
anything.
just mentally stimulated, like it
pencil?
don't even matter. Yes, yes. You ever had a pencil?
Tiffany, you're saying size doesn't matter.
I don't think size matter.
Eating.
I
Go
don't.
get my oil.
I'm gonna get the oil today, right now. I don't think size matter. I promise you. I promise you. Y'all gotta up. Size does not matter.
Yes,
There's
it
so many
does.
other things that could
Yeah.
accommodate for the
They-
size.
They can't.
I do.
I'm sorry, no. 'Cause I don't
Maybe
like a
just
bunch
a-
of fake stuff. I like the man. I don't want
Right.
a bunch of extra stuff. The man, but the man has to be equipped.
La Nina, you never said.
Oh.
I'm sure inquiring minds want to know.
I
Yeah,
know,
the choir reminders want to know.
Oh, wait a minute,
You
y'all.
never said for yours.
I said it.
She
Size
said it
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter.
It's the motion of the ocean.
Oh, okay.
So size doesn't matter to you then?
If you got something and you know what you're doing with it is good,
So
that's
you
the
can have
most
a
important
pencil
thing.
as long as you know the motion.
If he's hitting the right spots with that pencil, then it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
But if
Lord,
he's not, and he's untrainable, then we're done.
I know Stonewall, but okay. So Prince said, for me, you can't have a loose walls, but it gotta be gushy. Really? I'm gonna need him to Prince.
Oh wow.
So the size of the gushiness, what is it? What,
No,
is
wet,
that-
wet.
I know, but
There's no size.
wait a minute. Did you see how aggressive she was? Girl, I've been doing this for a long time. I was just asking to the size, like you have a little pond or a big pond. Or
Oh,
like
the size
the
of the
big
pond.
pond.
they like
Then
the
you
big
like the
pond,
big ponds,
you
don't
know?
I think it depends though. Like say if the walls are expanded, when you have the ponds, it's like you going swimming, so you don't want that. It still has
Right,
to be
I heard
size.
all kind of stuff. But so, y'all, we waited till the last end to talk about this. They could not.
It don't matter. We don't want to dwell on that because we don't want people to think that that's where our mind is. So that's why we expanded. So hopefully you guys get the concept. Because I know people were like, "Hey, what you mean size?"
Right.
Hey.
I had so many people in my inbox like, well, yeah, you know size matter, girl. I got this. I'm like, oh my
People
God.
who brag.
I cannot.
Yeah, I'm leery about
Braggers,
y'all.
you gotta
I
be careful.
cannot. That's not even impressive right now.
No, like you brag, I'm just gonna look at you like, really?
Yep, at our age, don't be bragging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we will
I'm
straight
from the
shut you
show me
down.
straight, right?
Right.
Show me straight.
Right. Detroit.
Tell me.
Right, you gonna have to show
I'm
me.
I'm
all-
married one, I'm just saying. But you can show them. You can tell them.
Have about 10 inches and be like, that's lazy. If you don't put that anaconda back in there. Okay, so.
That's what I said. No.
Wow.
Ooh, exactly. Hey, now.
All right, y'all. So, does size matter? That was a good one.
It was
I
a
think
good
it was
one.
so funny, y'all. We are so excited to be sharing. This is about, we got to count how many podcasts we be doing it. 'cause
Oh
we've
my
been doing it
gosh,
for
I
a
think
while.
we do it one.
When did we start?
We started April 31st.
April 31st?
30th. 31st.
So we've been pretty consistent.
So yeah.
We're gonna be having a big old bash at the end of this year.
Yes,
so,
we are.
Yeah, we planning it right now, so y'all gonna come and kick it with us.
Yeah,
Get to
yeah,
meet
yeah.
us.
Everybody posting on
Our
Facebook.
first
Y'all
annual
keep
party.
that.
Yeah, our first
Yeah.
annual party coming up September the 9th. We going to host with Mr. Foster at Fresh Barbershop, 7330 Brooklyn Boulevard. He's cutting hair from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m.
And that's for free for the children.
Yeah, for
the
children.
children.
Kindergarten through 12.
So take your kids down there, y'all.
Yeah.
If you have
Make sure
kids.
y'all bring your kids, and any men that's watching today, we will absolutely, you don't have to have a time, just come by and just chit chat with the boys
Yeah.
to see how their first week of school went. We'll be having food, beverages,
Yeah.
and snacks and stuff for the kids. What else we got coming
And
up?
then don't forget, our new time is next
Yeah.
Tuesday at 7 o'clock. That's our new home.
We moving
Next
on.
Tuesday at 7.
Yes.
Tuesdays at 7, so you guys just tune in and make sure you guys still could continue to inbox us and let
Yeah.
us know what you want to talk about.
Suggestions. We are taking
that's
suggestions.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
And anything else? So what else? That's it. We
That's
got a lot
it.
of stuff coming out. Y'all stay tuned next week for our logo. I'm
Oh
excited
yeah.
about
We'll be sharing
that.
our logo, you guys.
Yes, I mean we making moves right now. So
We
you
are.
know what? Thank you guys for your support. Go to
For the number 4 opinions.
What we had in this cup? Coffee.
No,
I had Sprite.
I had Coca-Cola.
So you did.
I had Coke.
Right. All right. So you guys just tune in next week. Like and share us. Go to our page. Make sure you share this video. YouTube.
YouTube.
Y'all need to get on YouTube and subscribe.
Please, and like our video. Like
Right,
our
and
video.
share.
But we
Okay.
do love you guys on this. This
Yeah.
is more fun to be
Thank
interacting
you.
with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nunu,
Right.
when you get in Minnesota, when you come back,
Nunu got to come.
You
Nunu
gotta
got
come.
You gotta come.
Party.
Nunu gotta come to the
You gotta come
party.
on our show.
Nunu, you gotta come to our first
Thanks,
annual
Ryan.
party.
December.
Yeah.
Then we will have a date, but
Yeah.
December is what we're looking
Yeah.
at.
So we gonna be jamming. All right, guys.
All right,
Love
we're gonna call it
you.
out. Bye, everybody.
Tuesday.
Love,
Good
love,
night,
love.
good night, good night.
That was so. I always know why I say we have ring sizes. We'll talk about it next time. He said, "What? Why did we talk about ring sizes?"